Hi, welcome back to Tech Talk with KD. Today we are going to talk about a buzzing technology. Did I say buzzing? Well, yes, it is a buzzword in today's date, and every organization wants to have their hands on it. Moreover, it is extremely affordable as well. Let me get on with it. I am talking about RPA, that is Robotic Process Automation. When we think of a robot, we think of a human being made up of machinery. I am of the generation when we used to watch Giant Robot on Doordarshan. So the moment I hear a word robot, I picture a machine in human form doing various tasks for us. But does a robot really have to be in a shape of a human? We do see RoboClean, which is a robotic vacuum cleaner, runs around your house, mops and cleans your floor. That is also a robot. We will go really slow here so you get a complete understanding right from the basics. Let me take an example of a bottling plant. I'm born and brought up in Mumbai, so it's customary for all of us to go to the Gold Spot factory from school on the Western Express Highway and see the refilling of bottles, which involved a series of steps. These steps were picking up the bottle and placing them on the conveyor belt, passing through a sanitization chamber and thoroughly washing them with hot water, filling in of the liquid, which was the Gold Spot delicious liquid, and then the carbonation of the liquid. Then came the sealing of the bottle, putting the caps on, getting them sealed, and then placing them in the crate. Later, the bottles were carried to the truck manually, but the entire process was fully automated. Wouldn't you qualify this complete process to be robotic? Well, it is. I would like to add another technicality to it. It is an unattended process because all work was done by the machine here and there was no human intervention at all. On the other hand, let me take you into a manufacturing plant of cars. Out here, what you see is assembly line. You see that there are automation steps happening and the car is going through an assembly line and is moving too. But there is a lot of manual work also happening. This is a classical example of attended process. Note that I am giving a lot of stress on the word process out here. Now is the time that we get into robotic process automation. So what exactly is robotic process automation? To understand this, let me break it into three key elements. What is a robot? Now, a dictionary definition of a robot is a machine resembling a human being and able to replicate certain human movements and functions automatically. So I will pick three words from this definition: machine, human, replicate. Let us park this on the right side of the screen. Let us now try to get an answer on process. So let's see, what is a process? Dictionary definition says a process is a series of actions, motions, or operations leading to some result. I will pick series of actions, motions, leading, and result. Keep it on the right hand side of the screen. Now we are remaining with automation. So what is automation? Again, dictionary definition says a mechanical or electronic device operated electronically that functions automatically without continuous manual input from an operator. I will pick functions automatically and without continuous manual input and keep it on the right hand side of the screen. Now let's review what we have parked so far. So we have machine, human, replicate, actions, motions leading result, functions automatically without continuous manual input. All of these. Let's try to see what we can create out of this, right? Let's play a wordle. A machine that replicates human actions or motions leading to a result by functioning automatically without continuous manual input. Simply put it as a machine mimicking human actions to complete a task which was supposed to be performed by a human. Wow, isn't it awesome? We just collated 3 different textbook definitions and created a meaning out of it. RPA is all about software robots. We use the term bots, namely attended and unattended bots. Remember, we spoke about unattended automation, the Gold Spot factory one, and attended automation, the car manufacturing plant. What these bots do is mimic the human action on a laptop or a desktop. So it can be filling up of a form by reading an Excel sheet or entering data into an ERP or a CRM task, or doing some kind of reconciliation on your Excel sheets, or collating information from various sources and putting it into a single location, or browsing a website and scraping data through that website. The use cases can be endless. Also, important to know over here is that all of this work is done automatically on the screen, which can involve opening of an email, sending an email. A small example of sending a confirmation can be that after a bot has committed a transaction, it wants to send a confirmation email, and it does so by picking up information from that transaction, opening the Outlook, and then sending that email. You would want to argue that I can get this done by writing a small program and creating an API. Very well, of course you can do it, but writing programs, going through the complete drill of the SDLC life cycle, it does take a lot of effort. Imagine integrating with a mainframe takes a lot of effort to natively integrate, whereas the USP that RPA brings to the table is extreme simplicity. You simply record and create a process of screen level integration, and boom, you have integrated with mainframe in 3 to 4 weeks. RPA gives you the capability of automating processes within 4 to 6 weeks. Of course, it all depends on the complexity of the process as well. There is a bot process designer that all RPAs have. It is a visual tool which allows you to easily record the process that needs to be automated and provides various connectors and default functions related to Microsoft Office, ERPs, browsers, AI, OCR, Jupyter Notebooks, BPM, ECM, rules engine, etc., etc. This makes it very, very simple and easy to design an RPA process. In fact, the visual process is so simple to design that I have seen complex integrations getting designed in a matter of a few days. That does not mean I am advocating the use of RPA for integration. For high-speed integration, I would always recommend microservices based integration using your ESP's MQ and API management. Let me take an example. I was working with a customer where we were talking about automating loans underwriting. It actually required processing tons of bank statements, your P&L statements, tax documentation, extracting information from it, using OCR, which is the optical character recognition, and then entering it into their tool, which had the rules to decide whether to pass or reject a loan. The OCR factor over here is very important. I will be covering it in another tech talk because it requires a complete setup and focused discussion. Now, the above process that we spoke about has two elements to it, attended as well as unattended. So where we do the extraction from the documents and feed it into the tool will be all unattended. But after that, it will be likely to get integrated with a BPM notification or an email where the underwriter will execute it on their desktop by manually triggering a bot. That is attended. So these were some insights on RPA. I hope you were able to understand the concept of RPA, on why RPA is used. We will look into some details on RPA integrations along with more use cases in my next video. Till then, stay healthy, stay safe, do like and subscribe my channel, and don't forget to click the bell icon. Thank you.